Let's take a look at how diode-transistor logic works. Although it's obsolete, it can still be useful when a single gate is needed, and you do see it still get used on occasion. I've always been fascinated by the pioneering days of the digital era, and DTL was one of the first fully solid-state technologies. In DTL, the diodes actually form the primary switching element, with transistors mainly being used to buffer signals. This is one of the simplest forms of gate, the diode OR gate. It's pretty simple. Apply a positive voltage to either input and you get a positive voltage on the output. But how do we get an AND gate using diodes? Do we even need to have AND gates at all? Let's compare the gates side by side. For an AND gate, the output is high if both inputs are high. For an OR gate, the output is low if both inputs are low. For a NAND gate, the output is low if both inputs are high. For a NOR gate, the output is high if both inputs are low. As you can see, all the gate types can be derived from AND gates and inverters. But what about OR gates? For an AND gate, the output is low if either input is low. For an OR gate, the output is high if either input is high. For a NAND gate, the output is high if either input is low. For a NOR gate, the output is low if either input is high. What we are seeing here is called De Morgan's theorem. So it's pretty simple to create any gate using only diode OR gates and inverters. Now let's take a look at how to make an inverter using a single transistor. Here we have a pull-up resistor to set the input high. This switch pulls the input low, shorting the pull-up resistor to ground. This means closed is low and open is high. Technically, this LED should be driven through a transistor, but it's just included as an indicator. This is here to prevent too much current entering the base of the transistor. Here we have a pull-up on the collector. This is the output. Everything to the right is just driving the LED. As you can see, the output is set high by the pull-up resistor on the collector. Applying a voltage to the base turns the transistor on, and this pulls the output low. So, using transistors for inverters in conjunction with this diode OR gate, we can create any gate. But we can actually use two diodes to create an AND gate. The pull-up resistor pulls the output high. Remembering that low means that the input is grounded, setting any input low will ground the pull-up resistor. The diodes prevent any of the inputs from sending current into the gate. So the output is normally high, but if any input goes low, it will pull the output low. This needs to be buffered though, so I will use transistor inverters as buffers. So these are my basic circuits. The pull-up for the inputs is 10K, so that it provides a lower current. Then we have the input diodes that allow the transistor's base to be pulled low. This diode is used for its 0.7 volt drop to raise the minimum switch on voltage for the transistor. This is the pull-up resistor for the collector. It provides the output voltage when the gate output is high. And of course the transistor. When the base is high and it switches on, the output of the pull-up resistor is pulled to ground, pulling the output low. This resistor is optional. It limits the current to 22 milliamps when the output is pulled low, just as a safety precaution. Let's see it working. Now for the NOR gate. This is a 10K pull down resistor. It is optional and just makes sure the base is kept low when there is no input. These diodes allow current to flow in and turn on the transistor but prevent any inputs that are low from pulling the transistor's base low. These are current limiting resistors that protect the base of the transistor. As with the NAND, this diode increases the transistor's turn-on voltage. The collector pull-up resistor for providing the output voltage. The optional current limiting resistor for the emitter. So let's test this as well. This is my inverter. Everything in this design has been covered already. Let's test this too. Here's a close look at the breadboard. This is the NOR gate. This is the LED driver for the output of the NOR gate. This is the NAND gate. This is the LED driver for the NAND gate. This is the inverter. And the inverter's LED driver. The brown wire connects the output of the NAND to the inverter. In the next episode, I will look at some examples of sequential logic using DTL.